Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Stark.
And I'm Bud Patterson. I am Bud Patterson.
Good.
Make no mistake about it.
Not an imposter?
No. And today is Friday, April 21st, 2017. And today's paper, if you pick up a copy, on the front page you'll see a story regarding Dr. Let me get her first name right. Leslie Travers, who's one of the candidates for president up at ENWC. She was here this week talking in a public forum, meeting people in town, and obviously meeting with the board. Some good information there about her and what she had to say, and I hope you're keeping up because president of EWC is probably a pretty important gig here.
Yeah, I would assume
Torrington.
so.
Also, there's some news about the city's landfill project and a little bit about that. We may even do a follow-up on that later. It sounded kind of interesting. And then budgets are getting tight.
That's how it always goes.
We're getting down to the end of the year. Budgets are getting tight. County's feeling the pinch a little bit. You can pick up the paper and read a little bit about that. So,
Well, you have the paper. Might as well read the sports section.
First.
Well,
There's no one out there that doesn't read it first.
I mean, I read it first, but that's because I wrote it, so.
I bet your folks read it first, too.
I bet they do. It wouldn't surprise me.
After this, they go right to the sports section.
Yeah, they just can't wait till it comes out, I bet. Emily Buchanan, Southeast High School senior, has put pen to paper to play for the EWC Lady Lancers. She'll be under the tutelage of Coach Tom Anderson for the women's basketball program.
She should be a good addition.
Yeah, she's unanimous All-State for the past 2 years here in Wyoming, and so she's. I mean, I've watched her this whole past season, and I think she'll do some pretty good things for EWC.
You said she was a shooter too, didn't you?
Yeah, she can kind of do it all. She was the only senior for Southeast this year, so she not only can do it on the court, but as far as leadership-wise, it was kind of all on her shoulders this year.
It sounds like a good pickup for her.
And she's a heck of a volleyball and track athlete, so she's a well-rounded athlete. And joining her will be Kaylin Jefferson from Lingle Fort Laramie. Not in today's paper, but that should be in next Wednesday's paper. She signed yesterday morning. Will also be playing women's basketball for EWC come this winter, and she's a lights-out shooter, if I say so myself. And she was quite a big key for Lingle Fort Laramie's run this season, and they finished as consolation champions the state tournament. So
Sounds like it could be a productive year next year again for the.
Again, is a key
Lady
point
Lancers.
there because they finished second in the region to WNCC this past season, and now they have two local all-stars, if I do say so myself, joining the ranks. So we'll see how it pans out this winter.
Good. Hopefully they'll be able to put Western Nebraska in their
Oh,
rightful place.
I don't think anything would make them happier. In weather, if you haven't been outside, you haven't heard anything on your tin roofs, it's pretty rainy.
It's a nice, gentle.
That's true, but I heard it in my house. And,
Perfect for crops in my lawn.
That's true. I got to start mowing my lawn. But not today. Today's not a good day to mow your lawn. It's high is 49 degrees, and we're looking at rain for pretty much all of today. So that's something to keep your eye on. I don't know if we're expecting much change throughout the day.
Well, you can't really keep your eye on it. If you try to keep your eye on it,
that's true.
Water.
Unless you need some
goggles.
or you need some to rinse out your eyeballs.
Put on your goggles and go out and keep an eye on it.
Tomorrow, the rain should be behind us, and we're getting a little warmer, up to 58. But Sunday is the marquee day of the weekend. We're looking at partly cloudy and 76, so a good day to get out there, mow your lawns, fertilize.
You know what would be good to do on Sunday?
What?
Is go out and hide Easter eggs again if you have any left over.
Or go out and find the ones you haven't found from last weekend.
Go out and find those ones you couldn't find last Sunday.
I have 2 hidden in my house that I have no idea where
that'll
they're at.
smell good here in a few.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll find them eventually.
I'm sure you will.
When we move out a couple years.
They were cooked, weren't they?
No, it was...
They're raw?
No, it was the plastic eggs with
Oh,
chocolate in it.
oh.
So we'll just have running chocolate around the place. One thing I failed to mention in the sports section, I guess it also ties into upcoming events, is there's been quite a bit of scheduling changes because of the rain today for track and field. So for any of you track and field fans out there that were planning to go to Pine Bluffs or Douglas today, let me stop you before you get on the road. They aren't running there today.
They canceled the track meet just because of a little rain.
They canceled two track meets. Torrington was scheduled to go to Douglas, and Lingle, Fort Laramie, and Southeast were both going to Pine Bluffs. But now instead, all three schools are going to Scotts Bluff.
It's not even snowing.
I didn't make the call.
My goodness.
I just get the news. So for all of you that were going to go to Douglas or Pine Bluffs, your travel time's cut in half, and you can head to Scotts Bluff. Actions scheduled. Field events are scheduled to start at 12:30, and track events start at 2. So you can go, and now you can get all three schools in at once. So
There you go.
Kind of works out for me that way.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, Torrington. Be sure to carry your umbrella with you today. I'm Eric Starkey,
I'm Bud Patterson.
and you've been watching Torrington Today.